Today we're going to make no-knead bread. It's pretty simple to make. Very simple ingredients, 2 pounds of flour. We're going to have 3 cups of warm water, tablespoon and a half of yeast, and a tablespoon of salt. That's all it takes. Here's the 2 pounds of flour. A scale comes in really handy here. Next we're going to add the yeast and the salt. Then we're going to mix that in. Now we'll add the water. You want warm water, not hot. Hot water will kill the yeast. If it's too hot for your finger, it's too hot for the yeast. Next, we're going to mix it in. It's just going to be a rough mix. Don't worry about getting it completely incorporated. As the yeast starts to work, it'll get everything mixed in there itself. That's all you need right here, just a very rough mix. Next, we're going to take a clean bowl, put a little olive oil in it. You just want to get a film there to cover the bottom of the bowl, and then we're going to put the dough in, and then we'll turn it. Having a hard time doing this one-handed. I'm using the iPhone to film. Next, we're going to cover it, leave it at room temperature for 2 hours for the first initial rise. Let's have a look at that. Look at how that has risen just in 2 hours. The little pinholes are from the gases released by the yeast as the yeast is feeding on the flour and the natural sugar in there. And we're going to cover this back up, put it in the refrigerator for a minimum of 2 hours. Overnight's better. It's been in the refrigerator overnight now. Just get a little flour, dust the top of it so when you grab it, the dough doesn't stick to your fingers. Flour your work surface. I'm just using parchment paper on a cookie sheet here. Next, you just want to grab a hunk of dough, depending on how much bread you want to make. I'm just going to make a small bun, so I don't need very much dough. You can use this entire thing, make a huge loaf. You can make baguettes with it, bowls, whatever you want. I'm going to reach in here and grab just a little bit more. Look how that stretches. That's the gluten. If you're gluten intolerant, you may want to turn away right here. Just rip that off, put it back on there. Again, I'm still working one-handed here. I need to figure out a stand for my iPhone or use a different camera, I guess. I'm not going to shape it too much. Like I said, I'm just making a small bun for a sandwich. We get that in there. You want to cover the top with flour before you pop it in the oven. The flour is going to keep it from burning. You're going to bake it at a pretty high temperature. Let's cover that up, let it rise for 30 minutes. Put it in a warm oven, 425 degrees. This one's been in here about 10 minutes. It's got about another 10 minutes to go. There it goes. That's beautiful. I've dusted the flour off of it. Now we're just going to cut into it. This recipe makes a really crackly, crunchy crust, but the inside is very, very tender and pillowy. It's a beautiful, beautiful bread. I'll show you here. Look at that.